Hey, happy Wednesday. It's so good to see you. How are you today? I'm doing great. I just had lunch. It was good. Whoop, car back there. People come flying in here and they don't have any regard for anyone backing out because they're shitty people. I'm at the post office. I just had lunch with Glenda the Good Witch at Black Powder Barbecue Smokehouse back there. Woo! They have this meatloaf, and we kept hearing from people, oh my God, you have to try it. They have this meatloaf and it is so good, but they only have it on Wednesdays. And we went on a Wednesday night to try to have it a couple of months ago. I think it was a couple of months ago, and they had sold out. They didn't have any more, so we didn't get it that day. So I said, you know what we need to do? Or he said it, I said it, somebody said it. We need to just come up here at lunchtime, try to get it at lunchtime. Maybe they won't have sold out if we get up here at lunchtime. So we met up here today for lunch, and we had to hurry because his assistant, sorry, I'm getting a phone call, I'm declining it. His assistant had to go to a dentist appointment, so he had to get back in time for her to leave for her appointment. So anyway, we got there, and I had to park across the street. That place was packed. Their parking lot is kind of small. It used to be an old gas station, and I made a video there for my other channel. Why am I turning here? I don't need to turn here. I made a video there before they renovated the old gas station and turned it into the restaurant. But there's not a lot of parking, so a lot of times you have to go park across the street. So that's what I did. We got there, we met there, and so he was on the phone with somebody for work, and I'm looking at the lunch board. They have this big chalkboard thing that they put out with all their lunch specials on it. And while he's on the phone, I'm going, I was saying, it's not on there. It's not on there. The meatloaf's not on there. He got off the phone. He said, you mean that right there in the bright green? I said, shit. Right there in bright green, it said brisket meatloaf. I said, well, son of a bitch, I can't read. In big ass letters too. And the funny thing was, it was in the largest print of everything on that chalkboard, and I looked right at it and didn't see it. The brisket threw me off. I was expecting it to just say meatloaf, but it was brisket meatloaf. Holy hell, it was good. Best meatloaf I ever had in my life. I understand now why they sell out of it every Wednesday. They do this brisket meatloaf. If you live anywhere near Jamestown, you have got to try it. Oh my God. Woo! And it is smoked. Oh, it is so good. It is so freaking good. So, yes. So we met for lunch. It was very nice. I hardly ever get to see him anymore. He's been working on his parents' house up in the mountains. He does a lot up there, and he was up there last weekend. They were having new gutters put on, and he was working on something else, like just some other, like some stuff on the house that needs to be worked on, and they're going to have siding put on it, and he's trying to work that out, and gosh, it's a lot of work. So he's been busy with that, and he also has a condo in the mountains, and he has to go clean it because there's a staffing shortage of cleaners up there. Like cleaning companies just don't have enough people to clean all the places up there. And so he spends a lot of time going up there to clean that condo because he rents it out on Airbnb and another one, I can't remember what the other one is, something like Airbnb. And he does a lot of the cleaning himself, and he will drive up there and back to go clean it. Because there's a company that he works with, but most of the time they will tell him, yeah, we can't make it out there to do it that day. Sorry, we don't have enough people to do it. Sorry. So, and then when they do make it out, a lot of the times they don't do a very good job cleaning it, and he doesn't want to get bad reviews for his condo, so he will go clean it. He's very thorough. He is, I'm telling you what, I have never met a man that cleans like he does. Wow. He is very meticulous. Well, he used to restore classic cars for a living. That was what he did. He had his own business, and he restored old cars. And that's a very detail-oriented job. You have to be very, very meticulous. You know, everything has to be just so. And you really have to pay attention to details when you do that kind of work. If you're restoring old cars, you have to know, well, this is what it's supposed to look like, and there might have been somebody else who did work on it in the past, and he would show me this stuff. Like, I would go to his shop and he would say, look, look at this car right here. He would have a Corvette or whatever, an old Corvette. Now you can tell this is aftermarket stuff, and we have to take all of this off. They didn't do it right. It's not supposed to look like this. It's supposed to look like this. And we have to make it look right. We have to make it look like it used to. He has a real eye for that kind of stuff, and he has a wonderful memory for all types of old cars, and what they had in different years, and it's crazy. That kind of stuff fascinates me. That's one thing we've always had in common, because I love old cars. I've always loved old cars. Still do. To this day, I love them. Where was I going with this? So anyway, he's been really busy. He wants to go with me to see Top Gun, so we're going to work out a time to go see that. I saw it yesterday, like I was saying. It was really good. So we're going to try to work out. But the thing is, he's got to go up there again this weekend to mow. He has his new tractor up there. He wants to go. He's going to use his tractor. They have a lot of large fields and areas that have to be mowed every other week. He said he spends like probably 10 hours every other week just mowing everything up there. Even with the big tractor, it takes a lot of time. And then part of it has to be done with a little riding mower. Some of it has to be done with a push mower. He said it's about 10 hours to do all of it. Just, it's just him. If any of his kids or his nephews or nieces can come help, they do. But a lot of times they can't come out, so it's just him. And I don't know. It's got to be tough. But he always sends me pictures of what he's doing. And he enjoys it, but he said, it's a lot of work. And he has back problems too, and he's not supposed to be bending over a whole lot because he's got some sort of disc issue. Like he has a disc that's ruptured or something. He's not supposed to be bending over any more than he can help, so that's making it even harder. It's a whole thing. Anyway, we're going to try to work out a time to go see it. So he's very busy. I'm not busy compared to him. He is very busy, and he works full time. And I don't know how he does everything he does. I am a slacker compared to him. It is nuts. Anyway, I'm going to Kohl's because I have another thing to return. I've been trying to work out the audio with my new phone for making videos in stores. I bought this wireless microphone on Amazon. It is a piece of shit. It won't pair with my phone. I tried it, my son tried it, it just won't pair with my phone, like at all. My phone does not recognize this thing. So I wasn't even able to try it out. I don't even know how it works because it wouldn't pair. So anyway, I'm going to go return it. I have another microphone on the way here that is supposed to be here later today. Maybe I can get that one to pair. I don't know. We're going to find out though. So I'm working on the audio issue. I really am. Just, they did away with the damn headphone jack on the Samsung Galaxy S22. Those bastards. Bitch, I knew it. I knew they would do it. When Apple did it, I said, watch. The next Galaxy that comes out, it won't have a headphone jack. And for what? What did you gain, bitches? What? You can... There's enough technology in that thing. There's more technology in that thing than what they used to send people to the moon. But you cannot free up a little space anywhere for a headphone jack. You rat bastards, you are lying. Why would you do away with it? Why? I mean, I get it. I know time marches on. We progress. I don't have an 8-track in my car. I don't have a CB radio in here, although that would be cool as hell. There was a while when I was a kid, my dad had a CB radio in his truck. That was so much fun. I used to talk to the truckers on it. Yee-hoo! My dad taught me how to talk on a CB radio. It was fun. I enjoyed it. That has nothing to do with anything. I apologize. So, I understand we have progress, like I'm saying. I'm not mad that my car doesn't have an 8-track player in it, although that would also be cool as shit. My mom had this car that my dad bought at an auction. All of my mom and dad's cars were these beaters that he would buy at auctions and then fix up. And, well, sometimes they would stay fixed up and they would run for a while, and sometimes they wouldn't. He bought her this Ford Maverick that was a piece of shit. And it was ugly. It was like this, it was a mix between tan and pea green. It was like if you wanted to, you know, design, craft the ugliest color ever known to man, that was this Ford Maverick. It was the ugliest color. I'm sorry, my nose itches. Ugliest damn color you ever saw. Pea green and tan mixed together. It was nasty. That car was a piece of crap. Complete piece of crap. It kept stranding us everywhere. Every time I went with my mom anywhere, she didn't know if we'd make it back or not. That damn car kept choking. It would just die. It would just die. And for some reason, one time when he was fixing it up, he did two things. He put overdrive in it for some reason that my mom had to yank this cord up under. My dad is really good at fixing things, but he fixes them kind of like they do in the Mad Max movies, where it's very brutal and utilitarian and not very pretty, but damn it, it'll work in theory. So he put in this overdrive that she would have to yank on. And he told her to do that whenever it started to die. He said, you yank that overdrive and maybe it'll keep running. My God. And he put an 8-track player in it that he had. Somebody gave him an 8-track player, and he put that in the car while he was at it. He mounted it up on the dashboard. He basically screwed it into the dashboard. My dad does not worry about how things look, okay? He is definitely a function over form kind of guy. If it works, I don't care if it looks like shit. As long as it works, we're not going to worry about how pretty it is. It doesn't matter. In fact, I think he takes pleasure in doing it in an ugly way. He just screwed it down into the dashboard. He didn't even clean up the little plastic shavings on the dashboard. He just left them. So that has nothing to do with the headphone jack in my phone. But yes, we had an 8-track player. And I remember wanting to play, we had the Muppets Christmas album with John Denver, and I wanted to play we had that on 8-track, and I wanted to play it in the car. Because we had an 8-track player in the house. And my mom said, I am not listening to John Denver and the Muppets sing Christmas carols in July. Put it back in the house. She hated that thing. She hates Christmas. Well, she hates all holidays. My mom just can't stand it. It's too much trouble. Everything is too much trouble. So I remember one time the car died. Well, it was about to die. We were rolling into a grocery store parking lot, and it was about to die. It was sputtering out. I mean, you could hear it. Like it was just dying. You could hear it. And I said, Mama, yank the overdrive, because I like to see her do it well. She must have been mad and had some superhuman strength or something. She let out this primal scream, and she yanked on that overdrive and pulled it clean out. The cable just went flying into the back seat. I said, dang it, Mama. Now we're never going to get home because the car just died. You killed it. My mom said, you can't kill this stupid car. It's going to die every day. But you can't kill it. It'll kill itself every other day when I try to go anywhere, but you can't kill it. You'll get it running again, and then it'll strand me again. Woo! Fun times, fun times. I don't remember any time in my childhood that we had what I would consider to be a reliable, functional car. We just never did. We never did. Oh, there were so many times we got stranded and have to walk to somebody's house and use their phone, because we didn't have cell phones back then. We'd have to walk to somebody's house to use the phone to call my dad to come pick us up and get the vehicle and get it home. More than a couple of times, and this really pissed my mom off, he would get there and he'd get in the car and say, what's wrong with it? Well, it was doing this, and then it died. Huh? And he'd get in it and it'd crank right up, and you could just see like steam coming out of my mama's ears. Why will it start for you, but it won't run for me? He said, I don't know, you must just have bad vibes or something. It's running fine. You can drive it home now. My God. Of course, now, too, you have to say, cars back in the 70s and 80s did break down a lot more than what we have today, although when your car breaks down today, it's a lot more expensive to fix than it was back then. The cars were a lot more simple. They didn't have all the computers and stuff in them. And they were a lot easier for the average person to work on. Anymore, you can't work on your own car. You can't. I mean, well, you can, but it's a hell of a lot harder. So, yeah, we got stranded a lot. But a lot of people did. I mean, you saw a lot more broken down cars on the road back in the 70s and 80s than you do now. It was a lot more common back then. A lot more flat tires too. Anyway, it's not that I am against progress. It's just that and I don't want to hear anything about Bluetooth bullshit. Bluetooth microphones, just even if this one had worked, I have yet to find a Bluetooth microphone that sounds good. I was kind of hoping this one would work, but it wouldn't pair with my phone at all. I like a wired microphone. I just think the sound is better. I do. It's just clearer. It's cleaner. Hey, if you know of a Bluetooth microphone that I can use with my phone that's small, I'm not trying to be like, you know, Guy Smiley from the Muppets walking around with a big ass microphone in the Dollar Tree. You know what I mean? I need one I could just clip somewhere and be done, and have, you know, something that like this little thing that plugs into my phone. That would have been fine. The damn thing wouldn't pair to my phone, so it's no use to me. But no, I am not walking around with some microphone like I'm a reporter. No. I need my hands free anyway. I need one to hold the phone. This one holds the phone. This one does the stuff. I can't be holding a microphone anyway. But I do. I have one coming. I don't know if it'll work or not, but it is a wired microphone that has an adapter that plugs into the USB-C thingy on the phone, on the Galaxy phone. I'm just mad that they did away with the headphone jack, man. What for? What for? You didn't gain anything from that. I have to tell you about my dad's dog. There was a weird thing with the dog, and I've never seen a dog do this before. I tell you what, I'm going to do a part 2. I got to run in here to Kohl's. I got to return this, and I'm going to come back, and in part 2, I'm going to tell you the story of my dad's dog and his trained replacement. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to hear that, just watch the next one. I'll see you in that one. Bye-bye.